I'm Sally Principio George from the communications team, here to bring you another project video update. We're here in Spokane, Washington, our first U.S. location for a project video update on the WSU Biomedical Sciences building. Let's take a look.
We're standing in front of the west elevation of the biomedical building. It's a 5-story building. One is below grade. It's about 125,000 square feet. We have 2 contracts, one for the core and shell and one for the tenant improvements. They total up to almost $60 million. We were involved in the project from pre-construction as well as construction. It's a contracting vehicle similar to Construction Manager at Risk. It's called in Washington State GCCM. We were chosen on a fee and qualification basis and worked with the design team throughout the entire design period, then proceeded to buy out the project, putting out bid packages for the subcontractors. Graham self-performed the concrete work, the miscellaneous metal installation, stairs, handrails like that, rough carpentry, doors and hardware, specialties and equipment. The structure of the building is a steel brace frame, no concrete shear walls. The steel was about 1,000 tons worth of structural steel, and it went up in about 6 weeks.
You're on the 4th floor of the biomed building for WSU. And just a few statistics as far as the safety for this project. It started back basically in the fall of 2011. We've calculated that we have about 360,000 safety hours on this job. And in the first year we had 1 first aid. And this year, 2013, we have 0 incidents. I would say for the Graham hour specifically, our employees would be about 140,000 safety hours. And as far as us, we have had 0 incidents, first aids on this.
So the campus here is built on a former industrial and railroad site, and underneath us was a railroad underpass. It's a structure that is about 1,200 feet long and 120 feet wide and about 20 feet deep. When the state acquired the property from the railroads in the early 90s, they remediated it. There was heavy metal contamination as well as petroleum breakdown byproducts. So they scraped it all up and put it in this trench, put a liner over it and said, there, it's remediated. Well, of course, we come along 20 years later and want to put a building here, so the first thing we have to do is dig out and remove about 25,000 tons of this contaminated material, which appeared to be ash and sand, but when we got into it, it was just full of broken concrete and large chunks of rock. So we brought a screen in, screened it all out, sent the light contaminated material out to the landfill, crushed the rock, and then put it back in and used it for a backfill around the building, and saved probably about $150,000 of the university's money in doing that.
This is basically our safety postings for the job site. Orientations, daily closeout, site inspections. We implemented this system, and we actually provide the tailgate meetings for our subcontractors. To date, we've had 1 first aid in the 2 years we've been here, and we attribute that to following the safety program. Allison and Neil Solenkircher, I believe I'm saying that correctly, came down and set us up with a safety program. Basically, it was a program that was easy for us to follow. A QC program. It's an easy program to follow. It allows you to forecast any problems that are coming up because you nip them in the bud. You follow the Graham system. You have inspection forms that you have to post weekly.
I've been just enormously impressed with the quality of the construction and the way the building is going to lay out. We've been interviewing a lot of faculty candidates over the last year, and in fact we've hired 14 new faculty who will predominantly be in that building on 16 letters of offer, so our hit rate has been really, really high. And a huge part of that reason is the quality of the building that those people will be inhabiting. Just tremendously impressed with the quality of Graham construction. This building is just terrific, and I believe the working relationship between Graham and Washington State University is tremendously strong. This project has gone forward without a hitch. It's on schedule, and that's something that for state and in particular state academic construction is really unusual.